What's good, y'all, and welcome back to another video. And before we start, I want to say last week there was no vid because last week I had written down a bunch of notes and stuff, and I went to go record the video, and I don't know, it just didn't come out how I would want it to, how I wanted it to. So yeah, I just ended up just not re-recording it because I don't know, I just didn't like it. So yeah, but we're back now. That's all that matters. Recapping this past weekend's game, maybe a Super Bowl preview of the Monday night from the Monday night game. So yeah, let's get into it. So as you see, I'm repping my boys. So that's what we're gonna start off. We're gonna start off with the Niners. You know, getting back into form. Two wins in a row now after losing 3. You know, we beat the Bucks 27-14. Brock Purdy had an amazing game. Perfect passer rating. First Niners quarterback since I think it was Steve Young to do it in 89 or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, Brock played really well. Brandon Ayuk played really well. George Kittle, the defense showed up and showed out. But overall, I don't think it was, too impressive of a win. I think we should have been able to put the Bucks away a little earlier. They did kind of hang around for a little. They had a chance to make it a one-score game. They were in the red zone, but we ended up getting a stop on defense. So, it was a solid win. I would still say, we're not, top of the NFC. I would still take the Eagles and the Eagles and Lions over us as of right now, but we're looking good, steps in the right direction. As far as number 13, Brock Purdy, you can't convince me that he isn't, we'll say, top 5 in MVP voting right now. If you ask me, a lot of people are going to say it's biased, but if you ask me, Brock Purdy is the MVP right now. Brock Purdy is the MVP. I know a lot of people are going to say Jalen Hurts because the Eagles are 9-1, which I understand. But if we're looking at numbers, I think Brock should be MVP, but that's just me. 18 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. He does have 2 on the ground as well. Leads the league in passer rating, leads the league in QBR, leads the league in completion percentage, top 10 in passing yards. It's just me, but some people may still say CJ if the Texans are able to make it to the playoffs. A lot of people have Hurts right now. Some people still have Lamar. But you ask me, give me Brock Purdy. Overall outlook on the Niners is looking pretty good right now. We definitely do got a tough stretch coming up. We got the Seahawks on Thanksgiving. Then we got the Eagles. We got the Seahawks again. We got the Ravens in there. We got the Cardinals, I think, after that. So, yeah, it definitely is a tough stretch. We're probably shooting to go, hopefully 4-1, but 3-2, if anything, coming out of this 5-game stretch. But if we can beat the Seahawks on Thursday on Thanksgiving, it's definitely looking good for us to win the NFC West. We're probably not going to catch the Eagles for the first seed. I was really hoping for KC to beat them on Monday, but doesn't look like we're going to catch the Eagles. Maybe we can catch the Lions for second place, but right now we're just trying to win a division. So yeah. Now on to Monday Night Football. I don't think it was the prettiest game. It wasn't. It wasn't super high scoring or anything like that. Eagles beat the Chiefs 21-17. Jalen Hurts didn't play amazing. He did run in 2 touchdowns, but he didn't play great or anything. But he made timely plays. He had that big throw to Devontae Smith to set up the tush push towards the end of the game. But they did enough to win, and that's all that matters. A lot of people are going to say maybe the Eagles got lucky or it wasn't a good win, but they got the win, so that's all that matters. I know a lot of people are going to bring up the MVS drop at the end, and a lot of drops by the Chiefs yesterday, to be honest. I think they lead the league in drops this season, but it was a good win by the Eagles. 9-1 on the season now. They definitely should be number 1 in the power rankings. They definitely should be the favorites, I would say. A lot of the Eagles wins this season haven't been like, oh, we're just going to beat you by 30. They've been in a lot of games where they've had to scrap and claw to win games, which is a good thing, to be honest. It shows they're able to win the tight ones, which the Niners haven't been able to do this season, but the Eagles have shown that, whether it's a 3-point game, a 20-point game, they can beat you in a lot of different ways. So that's definitely a good thing for them. We see them week 13, so we'll see what happens. And for KC, I really don't know how to feel about them right now. It feels like if it's not Travis Kelce, you really don't know what you're getting from anyone else. They definitely do need someone else outside that can help Patrick Mahomes besides Travis. now the Ravens are the 1 seed in the AFC. You also got the Dolphins there. You got the Browns there. You got the Bengals, who lost Burrow, so I don't really know how to feel about them now. You got the Jags. You got the Steelers, who are 6-4. So there definitely are teams on the Chiefs' tail, but they should still be sitting pretty right now. They're 7-3 now on the season. Ravens are, I think, 8-3. So yeah, Ravens are, I guess you could say, the team to beat in the AFC, but I don't really know. It's kind of a toss-up in the AFC. There are a lot of good teams. Every team looks like they can win it between it, whether it's the Jags, the Chiefs, the Ravens, the Dolphins, the Browns even could make some noise. Who knows? But another team I wanted to get into that I was so wrong about, and I'm glad to be wrong about, to be honest, because towards the deadline I definitely said they should be blowing it up, and here they are, four wins in a row. Their quarterback is playing really well, which a lot of people aren't talking about. It's the Denver Broncos, man. They have been balling. They're 5-5 now, making a push for the playoffs. Who knows? They definitely could make it. It's really one game separating a lot of teams in the AFC, and they're playing really well right now. They just beat the Vikings on Sunday Night Football. Russell Wilson has been playing really well this season. He's up to 19 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions on the season. He's playing some phenomenal ball right now. The Broncos have been playing really well as of late, and it's looking like they could definitely make some noise, make a push, maybe compete. I'm not going to say compete for a Super Bowl or anything, but definitely maybe even win a game if they can make the playoffs. But they're not looking like the team they did, in October when they were 1-5 and looking like they should, let everyone go, bench Russ, fire Sean Payton. But I'm glad they didn't blow it up, because this is a team coming into the season. For the past 2 seasons, I've been saying, they're going to be really good. They're going to bounce back. But they started off really slow, and I just hopped off the train. But I guess I hopped off a little too early, and here they are. So I'm happy to see them bouncing back and making some noise. Next week, they got the Browns, and they got the Texans, Chargers, Lions, Pats, Chargers, and Raiders. So the Broncos can definitely win maybe 5 out of those last 7 and sneak into the playoffs. They definitely could, win a majority of those games. I see a lot of winnable games. Maybe you got them losing to the Lions, splitting with the Chargers, maybe the Browns, but they can definitely win most of those games and sneak into the playoffs and, maybe upset somebody in the first rounds. And one last team I wanted to talk about before we ranked my top 5 teams this season. It's the Chargers. I don't know what it is with them. It's I know a lot of people are gonna throw a lot of hate Justin Herbert's way, and I'm not gonna do that. You guys know how I feel about Justin Herbert. I love Justin Herbert. I think he's the second most talented quarterback behind Patrick Mahomes. But the Chargers, I just don't know. Every year I come in saying the Chargers are my team. I think they're gonna be really good. They can win 11 or 12 games, but every year they just disappoint me more and more. Last year they ended up making the playoffs with blowing that lead to Jacksonville. And if you ask me, you can't blame that loss to the Packers on Sunday on Justin Herbert. He had Keenan Allen drop a pass that hit him right in the numbers for a touchdown. He had Quinn Johnston drop another touchdown, or what would have been touchdown. And he did take a sack late, which he probably shouldn't have. But man, the Brandon Staley has to go. He has to go. There's just no way he's coaching this team next year. There's no way I can see it. This team has too much talent, too many names, too many weapons, too many players on defense for them to just be a below average team. They have Derwin James. They have Joey Bosa, who did get hurt on Sunday. They have Khalil Mack. They have Asante Samuel. They have Keenan Allen. Mike Williams is hurt, yeah, but you got Eckler, Justin Herbert. I just don't know what it is with this team. Maybe it's just a culture thing. They need, maybe Brandon Staley has lost the locker room. They just, they just need a different voice in there. I really don't know what it is with the Chargers, but but I'm gonna be here next year. Preseason, buying stock in the Chargers per usual. I'm gonna come here saying the Chargers are gonna win, 11 games. They're gonna contend to win that division, and I'm probably gonna, look stupid again. They're probably gonna win 8 games or something, but yeah, I really don't know what it is. And the Chargers are sitting at 4-6 now, and they got the Ravens on Sunday night. Looks like they're going to be 4-7, but then they got the Pats, Broncos, Raiders, Bills, Broncos, and Chiefs. So I really don't see how this team gets into the playoffs, if I'm being honest, unless Justin Herbert just goes supernova and just goes crazy to end the season. I just don't see where this team gets many wins. Maybe they add another 3 or 4 wins, but I just don't think that'll be enough to get into the playoffs in the AFC. So, yeah, it's looking like another disappointing season for the Chargers. Brandon Staley, definitely shouldn't be the coach. I'm not saying he shouldn't be a coach. I'm not saying he's a bad coach, but maybe he's just lost the locker room over there, and they just need to hear something from someone else, because it's disappointing, man. The Chargers just have too much talent to, be this poor of a team. So, yeah, I wanted to get into my top 5 rankings. I want to do this every week. It'll change from week to week. NFL is on a week-to-week basis. And at number 5, I got the Miami Dolphins. I think the Dolphins are really good, but I just want to see them, beat some of those upper echelon teams. All their losses are to the Bills, Chiefs, and Eagles. Other than the Eagles, who are in the NFC, they got to beat these, good teams to, if they want to make some noise in the AFC. If they want to get to the Super Bowl, they got to beat the Ravens, the Chiefs, the Bills, the Browns, teams like that. So, I think they're still really good. I think they're contenders. I got them at number 5. At number 4, they've dropped down a little bit for me. I had them 1 a couple of weeks ago. It's the Baltimore Ravens, losing Mark Andrews for the season. I think that's really going to hurt them. But I think I'm not going to say they won't miss him, but I think they can make it work. They got Isaiah Likely, who, I really like over there. He can not produce as well as Andrews, but he can definitely make some plays for them. I think Lamar, I think I've seen enough from him to say he can step up his game and, get to that MVP form and get the Ravens right. So I got the Ravens at 4. And at number 3, I got the Niners. I don't think we're, as good as these other 2 teams I got. I think we're just a step, I wouldn't say a step below, but they've shown more to me. Brock is playing really well as of late. Christian's been doing his thing. George Kittle's been coming along really well as of late. Brandon Ayuk is looking really good. The defense has stepped up. So right now, I got the Niners 3. Number 2, the Lions. The Lions just keep on doing it. They were down late to the Bears, which they shouldn't have been, but they still ended up winning the game. So, give me the Lions. I love what Dan Campbell's doing over there. The culture he's instilled over there, it's amazing. Shout out to them. Shout out to Jared Goff. They're playing really well. And number 1, it should be no surprise. They're 9-1 on the season. It's the Eagles. They've looked the best this season. They win a lot of close games. They can beat you a lot of different ways. That defense is really good. Adding Kevin Byard, who had an interception yesterday. There's nothing the Eagles just can't do. They got the defensive line. They got the offensive line. They got the weapons. They got the quarterback. They got the secondary. They're from top to bottom. They're just, a loaded roster. So, yeah, I got them at number 1 for this week. So we're going to be doing our predictions for this week. We did it a couple of weeks ago. We went 7-7. Let's see if we can do a little better this week. We got Lions, Packers. Give me the Lions. Commanders, Cowboys. Give me the Cowboys. Niners, Seahawks. Give me the Niners. Those 3 games on Thanksgiving. Then we got a Black Friday game. Dolphins and Jets. Give me the Dolphins. Saints, Falcons. Give me the Falcons. We got Bengals, Steelers. Man, Jake Browning. No Joe Burrow. He's out for the year. Steelers defenses look amazing. Their offense, they did just fire Matt Canada, but their offense is Give me the Bengals. Give me the Bengals. I still think the Bengals can put up maybe 20 points, and I just don't think the Steelers can put up that many. So give me the Bengals. We got Jags, Texans. That should be a really good game. Give me the Jags. We got Colts, Bucks. Give me the Colts. Pats, Giants. My God. I'm hoping no one's watching that game. Prayers up to the Pats and Giants fans. Give me the Giants. Panthers, Titans. Give me the Titans. Rams, Cardinals. Give me the Cardinals. Browns, Broncos. I'll be rooting for the Broncos because I want to see them to continue to make that turnaround. But give me the Browns. Chiefs, Raiders. Give me the Chiefs. Bills, Eagles. Give me the Eagles. The Bills are mid. Give me the Eagles. Baltimore and LA, the Chargers. Give me the Ravens. Then Monday Night Football. Vikings and Bears. Give me the Vikings. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next week.